Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. I have just started your timer like 30 seconds ago, so I'll add some time on. But alright guys, what I'm getting for you is that you've got this emotional integrity and you're actively pursuing something or someone that brings this sense of emotional validation. So for some of you, this could be a relationship. But for some of you, I'm feeling like this is like a living situation. Like this has got something to do with either relocating, signing some sort of paperwork, maybe something to do with the person you're living with. I don't know, there's something around the living situation in this reading. And take it how it resonates, because it might not fit exactly. This is a general reading, but you're standing in emotional integrity, and it's like you're being met with resistance, either with the paperwork, like you just can't find the right house, or there could be discussions or arguments going on in the house that you're living in. Ooh. Knave of Pentacles. Yeah, someone might be doing something around you that seems very immature and very pointed and directed at you. Someone in your life could be in this living situation, or the person maybe that you want to live with. I don't know, there's something there. And it's like they haven't got a lot to, I mean, they've got a lot to offer in the sense that they might have monetary value, but within themselves, it's kind of like that's all they've got. Like they don't have a lot, how to put this gently. They're a very meat and potatoes kind of person. You're like a fancy, like 5-course meal, and this person's just meat and 2 veg. Yeah. That's the only way I can really put that. Yeah, I just don't get that there's just a lot of depth to this person, is what I'm saying. They might not be like the world's worst person, but it's like whenever you try and engage with them, you get met with this wall of resistance. It's like they can't understand exactly what it is you're trying to communicate to them. And it might not, it's not like they're, for some of you, take it how it resonates, but for some of you, it's not like they're antagonistically trying to resist what you're saying. It's that they haven't got the intellectual capacity to understand the concepts and the nuanced things, the nuanced aspects of you and this situation. And you keep pouring a lot into this. And you keep actively doing things. It's like you're doing all the legwork emotionally and physically in this dynamic. And it, for some, I'm not getting that like this is like the biggest argument, although it could be. It's kind of like multiple lesser argument. It's like you may have had giant arguments with this person, but the common thing that's got you really just frustrated over the years is this, like, it's the small things, it's the little things. It's like you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't understand how I word things, or you misinterpret the things that I say, or you just don't comprehend nuanced aspects of things that I present to you about my life. And they just kind of go, oh, you know, it's kind of like if you had this really complicated romantic interest and you shared it with someone that you lived with. Or maybe it's a friend you shared it with because you're living with that person, the romantic interest, who knows. But it's like you tell this confidant of yours, this person you trust, and you say, this is what's going on. This is what's been happening. And they're kind of like, oh, well, if it's not working, why don't you break up? Or, oh, well, if it's not working, why don't you move out? It's just very basic thought processes that like a child could come up with. And I don't know what their story is. I'm not going to read on them. but I would say stop investing as much as you've been investing. Start pouring it into yourself or other people who can reciprocate that level of emotional intelligence. Because that's what it is, it's emotional intelligence. Okay, what else about this situation? It's like this relationship, this thing that you've been, the repeated communication issues, the repeated struggle, whoever this is that you're dealing with, it's like this person is willfully trying not to see things from your perspective. It's almost like maybe the things that you're saying to them, the things that you argue about, are very real, and you know that they're real, and you know that this is how things have been between you two, but they don't want to see it, because then they're going to see that it's like they can see what you're saying, but they don't want to see what you're saying at the same time. Can you give me more insight into the situation though? Because I get the person, but what's the situation? Give me more specific things, please. Please and thank you, Spirit. Oh, okay. This might go to a different deck. Really? Okay. I don't really like this deck, but okay. Give me more insight into this situation, Spirit. Whoa, okay. Ow! Oh, God, maybe that's part of the reading. Be here now. Time to let go. Groundhog. This relationship is something you've got to let go of. Whatever keeps not working out, for some of you, I don't know, this is like a living situation though. I get like this has got something to do with a living situation. I don't know, there's some sort of energy that wants to keep you stuck in that situation. But Spirit's saying it's time to let go. There's something... Oh, I see. You keep going after someone, and it might not be in a romantic sense, but there's some sort of continued pursuing of a person who you feel will be able to help you get your life on track and your living situation especially to where you want it to be, to how you want it to look. If this person is in your life, I would consider stop telling them your business, stop telling them your plans, even if it's tempting to in the heat of the moment. Your silence is your best weapon against this issue. And Spirit's telling you need to let it go because there's some sort of energy that wants to keep you there. It says, be here now. And then Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. That's all we're getting out of that one. Okay. All right. What's this futility? What's it in relation to? Specifically, the Fool, a new journey, time to let go. It fell out on this card. You're not supposed to be in the same sphere as this person. And it might be, if this is a living situation, I feel like you're not supposed to get this person's help. It's like you want to reach for, you may have been continually over the years, continually reaching for this person because emotionally you felt like, oh, they will support me, they love me, and it feels good to reach out to this person. It's not that they're a bad person inherently, but I'm getting that your life path and their life path, it's like you're being pulled in two different directions and you're both holding onto each other to keep each other in the same pathway, in the same lane. One of you, I feel like, oh, whoa, spirit's coming through. Okay, I mean, they're always coming through, but spirit rush, can you see? I got goosebumps. You're supposed to be going on a highway. They're supposed to be turning on an off-ramp. You were both on a road, but that road turns off into suburbia, the quiet life. Yours is being pulled onto the fast lane, the highway, the one that can take you a long, long distance. And there's this figure in your life that has been keeping you back, but I feel like it's your pursuit of them and your pursuit of their validation, their wisdom, their guidance that is keeping you stuck. And Spirit's saying this, that's why it just keeps not working out. That's why it just keeps failing. That's why you keep clashing. That's why these connections put you in a state of mental anguish and you feel like it's just never going to end. That's what that card feels like when you're in it. And Spirit's saying it's because you're supposed to be on a different path. You're supposed to be out on your own, being independent, being success, and whatever that looks like for you, because obviously people have disabilities, people have, whatever they've got. But your version of this, unique to you, where your needs are met and you feel independent and empowered, that's the journey that you're supposed to be on, and you're not on that at the moment, at least not for the collective I'm reading on. Or you might be on this. You could be here, I shouldn't say that. You could be here, Scorpio, but for most of you, I feel like you're not quite there yet. Or if you are, it's recent or it's coming. Like you've made the plans, but you just haven't stepped out yet. Yeah, okay. And what's going to be on this fool's journey for this collective who's watching these videos? Spirit. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was bad shuffling. Okay, we're going over to a different deck. And where are we going? Oh no, really? That deck and this deck, I don't connect with them out of all the decks. But Spirit's saying, so it's obviously going to be good. Alright, what are we doing? What's on this fool's journey for them? What's ahead for Scorpio? Did I call you guys Cancer? I just did Cancer's reading. If I called you Cancer, I'm so sorry. I do know you're Scorpio. Summer. Yeah, I see there's like the winter of your life is over. And I feel like that's what this has been for you guys, is like a winter. It's been cold, it's been difficult. You've had to hunker down and just grin and bear it sort of thing. There's been this winter and now it's coming into summer. Summer. And look, there's the sun, the fool. Anything else? What's on this fool's journey, Spirit? Really? Oh, okay. We have... what do we got? Awakening. Homeland Foundation. What I tell you, you guys were supposed to be over on that journey. And you got two more down here. If I can grab them. Got them. Secret Alchemist. Secret Alchemist, Book of Shadows. This journey, this is your happy ever after. Once you step out onto this and you've identified these and you handle this, and it doesn't mean attack them, it doesn't mean, you know, argue, but it does mean you need to stop relying on these people or this person to help you out of your situation, because they are actually the cause. Well, not the cause, but they are something that's holding you back. They're a gate or an object, not an object, what am I looking for? Obstacle, thank you. There's an obstacle in your way, and that's them. It's this connection. So this person could be well-wishing most days, but they haven't got the wisdom to help you get onto this path, because this path isn't theirs and it's not one they're going to walk in this lifetime. They want you to be here now, but Spirit's saying it's time to let go, because this repeated cycle is Groundhog Day. If you've ever seen that movie, like, it's what you've been stuck in, and you've probably seen it. Every 5 to 10 years you have these cycles that just repeat, because you're not stepping out onto the path that Spirit is calling you onto. Once you do though, my God, you won't even recognize your previous life. I feel like there'll be this aspect of like, if I only had have done this sooner, my life could have looked like this the whole time. Understand though, your journey was supposed to be what it was so that your story would help inspire others in the future. And I feel like whoever this was, if it was a group or a person, they're not going to be able to see what you're doing. So I do get, for a lot of you, you may actually move away from these people or cut them out in such a way that they can't monitor you all the time. And they don't know what you're doing. They don't know what your next move is. But you just keep growing and transmuting and growing and transmuting. Oh, Scorpio, I'm really happy for you guys. All you need to do is step out. And if you don't know how, ask Spirit and just say, look, I feel like I'm being guided to step out onto my journey. Guide me on how to do it, Spirit. And you need to pray that every day. Every moment of the day that you can think to do it, just say, hey, Spirit, just checking in. Pray a blessing, guide me onto my path. Keep guiding me, keep steering me in the right direction. Help me to make wise decisions for myself to get me out of this cycle. You'll get there. And this is like your soul's destiny, like one of the things that you signed up for. Spirit's telling me the thing you signed up for is over here, but Spirit won't allow you to touch it or access it until you're mature enough to access it. But Spirit's telling me you're in the Knight of Cups now. For most of you, take it how it resonates, practice self-awareness, but for most of you, I'm getting that you are mature enough now. And Spirit wants you to step out onto this path now. Alright, Scorpio, I hope this helped. Please consider subscribing, liking the video, it does help the channel. And yeah, I'll catch us in the next one. Thanks for watching. Blessed be.